that same intensity out here consistently. The coaching staff will be around if you need anything.
Dynamic duo. Dynamic
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어. 잠 못 들던 그때보다 조금은 일었어. 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어. 넘어질 때마다 일었어. 다시 고쳤었지. 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람. 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람. 한 곡도 채 끝나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람. 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축. 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투. 다 끝 난가가 탔지만 우리 앞길을 막지만 하고 외치며 마음을 다잡곤 했었지. 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 잘 바라느리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지. 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극. 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아. 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming. 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아.
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind. 헤야오 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 이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해. 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질. 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 찐땀이네. 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협. 시간을 도마 위에 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져. 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무. 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유. 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게. 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파친 너 페이스. 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스. 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind. 헤야오 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 헤야오
뭐 사실 조금 때 같아 곧 내 같아 곧 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아. 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아. 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아.
살기보단 생존하기 바쁜 정수리는 넓어지고 평소가 작아지는 마음 속에 피어나줬으면 해 한 송이의 평화 진흙탕 속의 연화. 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈. 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈. 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Atlanta Hawks. Checking out Atlanta, thus far about the same number of wins as last season. Nonetheless, every game provides a chance for them to get better. The Bucks made the move to acquire Michael Carter-Williams. He had some big moments for them so far. Jason Kidd wants to mold him as their point guard of the future. Do you see that working out, Kenny?
I think it could work out. You know why? Because he plays like his coach a little bit. You know, he has a similar style of play, and hopefully he could have a career like Jason Kidd. That would be great.
It's an Eastern Conference battle at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee as the Bucks look to work the home court advantage. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Hawks here looking to pick up one on the road before returning to Atlanta. It has not been a dramatic change this season to the performance last year in terms of the record, guys. Every game, though, a chance to get better as a team.
And right now for the Hawks, they've had their chances to kind of separate themselves from the pack this season, but so far they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Hey, they're amongst a big group fighting for the bottom few playoff seeds, and that's going to continue all the way through the end of the season. I think they'll get in, but it won't be easy.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Mr. Incredible is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 slot. Now here's Antetokounmpo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists. And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Monroe outside. Pass to Carter-Williams, and it's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Mr. Incredible, and again, it's Atlanta. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Now, here's Antetokounmpo. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Parker drives in, goes up and lays it nice and easy. Parker's got his first bucket of the night.
How about 3 of 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign. And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. I mean, they've got to pad their lead anytime an opportunity presents itself, and that was a golden.
Now, here's Parker. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Milwaukee shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build.
And that one's good. Freak. Now, Antetokounmpo. Parker outside. Wants to get it to Carter-Williams and does. Antetokounmpo dishes to Parker. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And he gets it to go. Carter Williams has got his second bucket.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Monroe left side. Fades. It's rebounded by Mr. Incredible.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Shot from 16. Rebounded by the Bucks. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And nothing to be ashamed about in that game. It was a great effort, I thought, all around. They just needed to have one or two breaks go their way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know, both teams, I thought, played well enough to win the ball game, and yet it doesn't work out that way. There are no ties, so unfortunately, they were the ones who came up short.
Now here's Freak. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. No good. Bucks trail by 4. And stolen by Freak. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing.
We're playing too much on the perimeter. Let's look to dump the ball inside.
And the Bucks with some changes. Plumlee also making some changes. Greg Monroe, he's checked in for Plumlee. Jabari Parker comes in for John Henson. And Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Jared Bayless. Atlanta also making some changes here. Paul Millsap's checked in for Horford. Cephalosha comes in for Jared Dudley. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Dennis Schroeder. On the court for Atlanta, Mr. Incredible, he's in at point guard. Cephalosha is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Mike Scott, and it's Teague in at the 2 spot.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers put on a show. He ended up with 53 points, and he was his usual self on the defensive end, providing a bunch of steals. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. It really was a stunning performance. He was at his absolute best in that game.
And if he can come anywhere close to another performance like that here tonight, it would be amazing.
Yeah, it really would be, because you know now the defense is going to be focused squarely on him. They're going to make sure that he doesn't beat him again.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Millsap against Parker. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Just good, aggressive drive from him that time. Found a hole in the D and went straight to the rim.
Here's Mr. Incredible in Atlanta again with the bucket.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Antetokounmpo passes to Middleton. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Freak with it, now guarded by Antetokounmpo. That savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. Now it's a 3-point Hawks lead. Middleton outside. Monroe against Scott. Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Now here's Freak. He's got 20. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Monroe. Rebounded by Cephalosha. The Hawks have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Mr. Incredible. Hits from the high post. Mr. Incredible's got 6 in the quarter.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Parker with it. He's got 6. Millsap with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Goes up on the high post. And again, it's Atlanta. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Hawks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Now here's Carter Williams. Greg Monroe unable to get his shot to go. And that one's good. And that's now 6 points for Michael Carter Williams.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh yeah shots.
Here's Mr. Incredible. The shot misses. And Milwaukee will come the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Parker kicks to Monroe. Doubled by Mr. Incredible. Middleton dishes to Monroe. A shot by Carter Williams. Nobody around. No good. That would have tied it. Now here's Freak. Antetokounmpo defending. Here's Mr. Incredible. And that one comes up a bit. Short.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Feeds it to Carter Williams. Back to Middleton. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Drains it from 17 feet out. Mr. Incredible's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
And stolen by Freak. Good if it goes. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the replay center out in Secaucus delivering the footage. And guys, it sure looks like the shot left his hands just a moment.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Some fantastic numbers for Mr. Incredible. He's got 26 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
And Clark, he's really gotten into their heads because of it. I mean, guys are on the lookout for him, always worrying about where he is.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Carter Williams is the point with Middleton at the 2. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward, and it's Monroe in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Atlanta leading by 5. Here is Mr. Incredible, and he has 28 points.